Hi guys, good evening all. Happy Friday to
Good
everyone.
evening.
Good evening. How are you doing today? I hope everyone are doing good. Let's start about some interesting facts about the generative AI application. As a layman who don't know anything about generative AI, but how can we utilize generative AI? Can work can be done without writing or without using any code, without having any knowledge. That is what we are going to discuss in today's session. Let's have an understanding about. So, what are we going to cover? The agenda for what are the generative applications? What are the different applications of generative? Let me show you the some of the examples of generative app. Let's discuss, if time permit, let's discuss end-to-end generative application. That means we can create our own application based on our requirement. So let's talk about what are the generative applications. So before we are discussing about the generative AI application, let me talk about what is generative AI. Generative AI is a field or a branch of AI, is a part of AI or subfield of AI or subfield of machine learning. It just mimic the human intelligence. What generative AI does, it mimic the human intelligence in terms of generating content, in terms of generating videos, in terms of generating audio, in terms of generating uh, images, right? So simple to say, if someone don't know what is the meaning of generative AI, in simple and layman words, it mimic the human intelligence. So mimic the human intelligence. Let me write down mimic the human intelligence. Simple. It mimic the human intelligence. Let me show you some of the examples of this. Where do we use? Application to problem QA chatbots. So everyone has a dream. Let me ask a question, simple question. How many of you work, not now immediately, in the down the line of 5 to 10 years, how many of you want to be an entrepreneurs? How many of you want to be an entrepreneurs? Or how many of you want to start a new business? Do you like to work under someone? As of my knowledge, majority of them, 90% of them, even in fact 99% of them are not ready to are not having interest or not ready to work under someone. Always we have a grow to bigger level. We inspire some businessmen, we inspire some big names like Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella, anyone, right? But if you want to start your own business, your goal is solving some particular problem where you are providing a solution to the customer. So every time you will not be available, you need to create a chatbot which can give you basic information about your product or your services and also must be answered few question and answers. So the one of the basic intuitive to create a generative AI is to answer the question and answers, like to leverage the chat GPT also is a generator, include the prompt and files we can use up. Backend take care of logic. The backend part take care about the logic and computation. Show the front end, show the results. If I want to show a simple as a layman example, how do you write? Let's take a Word document or anything easy to understand. Let's take a simple example. Let's draw. Let's draw. So, for example, this is the part. Try to understand the architecture, guys, which is really important. So this is the pip. So as per this, you are giving us some input. So you are looking for some output. You require some information. So this is the input. Maybe it is a file. Maybe some information will be there. Some product name is there. Right, screen and all. Here the part where you are entering your input information. Input information. Am I right? So from the input information, you give an input, automatically will give an output. Is it possible? Is it possible? Come on. Can you hear me? Hello?
Process should happen.
It should, for example, let's say I'm giving some input to ChatGPT. Directly it will give an output.
No, before output there should be a process there.
Before the output, there should be a process. As we are giving a input. So input information, we are giving up some prompt. Am I right? Simple to say some prompt. Once the background here, the input information will send to the logical computation, the backend. Logical computation. The entire information should be stored in the backend. So this is the backend part. In the backend part, it stores the logical computation. That means you required a database to store the information. So you're computing something means you're computing the input will be, so asking a question. So you're giving an input. The input will ask a question, will send a question to the logical computation, which is a part of your background. That means the logical computation should store the some information. So generally, as a layman, we call as a database, but as a generative AI, we call as a vector database. What do we call? Vector database. What is going to happen? See, the input information. So how ChatGPT charges and all. Very interesting. Very interesting. Even KSR, we are working a project. Most probably, we are going to release a project on by using generative AI, which is going to be helpful for a majority of the people. So how ChatGPT charges? How ChatGPT charges? Let's say I send the information. How are you? How are you doing today? So how are you doing today? Now let's discuss. So ChatGPT charges based on the tokens. So here, how is a one token? Right? Word is a R is a one token. U is a another token. Doing is a another token. So whatever the input they have, it send the input portion to a logical or backend computation in the form of token. Each word is called as a token. In a document, in a Word document, do you think only we have 4 to 5 words? In a Word document, in a large collection of corpus. Corpus is a simple to say collection of documents. For example, you want to understand about, have you heard about demonetization? Can you tell me something about, let me give a simple example. Have you ever heard about, let me talk about, can you tell me biggest crisis which you observed over the period of years, last 5 to 6 years? Everyone, come on, come on. What is the biggest, can you tell me what is the biggest crisis have you ever seen in the last 5 to 6 years? Come on. Hello. Hello.
COVID.
COVID,
COVID. Come on, guys,
demonetization.
everyone. Everyone, please. COVID. COVID and demonetization.
Wayanad incident. Wayanad incident.
But it is restricted to only one part, right? One portion of a country, right? It is not a worldwide, right?
Okay,
Are
sir.
impacting the entire country, right, Hariharan?
Okay, sir.
Agree? I mean, it is also incident, I agree. IT crisis and everything. Now, I want to know, I want to know about demonetization, as everyone heard about. How people are reacting, how people are like you and me, how we are reacting on demonetization, whether country, I mean, people of India are taking it as a positive or a negative. So we want to build a sentiment, people view, perception about. So I've reached out to the chat GPT. So I've extracted the data from Twitter. Twitter collect, it is a, let's say, 100-page book data. Let's say it is a 100-page book data. In the 100-page book data, let's say 100-page book, which could be 2 lakh tokens, 2 lakh words, let's say 2 lakh unique words. Remember 100-page book? Let's say simple to say, let's say I have a one LLM compressive document, which I've referred majority of the time. Let's say I've taken this document. So in this document, let's say this is a document, large collection of fiction books or non-fiction books, right? So minimum length 200, maximum is 800 million. As you've seen the words. So each word is called as a token. Each word is called as token, simple to say. Okay. Now this token has been sent to backend logic. So This will information will extracted from the database called vector database, and it process the data, display the output. Can you let me know? Can you tell me where does it display the data? Can you tell me where does it display the data? It display the data in the front end. That is a user interface. Front end, which is nothing but user interface. Front end, which is nothing but simple user interface. So that is how it works. Let me show you better way before I go into the example. This is how it works. This is how it works. This is how it works. So this is the front end. This is the front end part, UI part, where you are giving the input and also display the output. Just enter your input, required prompt. So it will take the prompt. The backend logic computation, it have a data in the vector database. Information stores in a database are called as vector database. Information stores in a database called vector database in the form of vector. Why do we call it as a vector? Why don't we call it a scalar? Is there any specific reason to call it a vector? I will discuss you once we reach the point of, there is a big concept. It is a concept of transformer. In there, I'll teach about that point. Very good. So here in this case, we have a custom documents also. Sometimes custom doc only you want to look into, instead of looking the entire vector database, we want to look only in the specific documents. The specific documents called as custom documents. Custom documents. Right. So this custom document, the backend logic, computation logic will search the required information in vector database as well as a custom document. From there, it export the data, it process. So for example, let's understand. For example, let's understand. This is the document I have taken. In this document, let's say corpus. Look into search. I'm searching something called corpus. Where is that? Corpus. Okay. Book corpus. Let's say book corpus. Book corpus. So let's talk about corpus. So how many times corpus has been available for search? Tell me. How many times corpus is available for search?
11.
11 times.
11 times.
That means, can you provide some summary about corpus? What LLM does? Very, very important. Listen carefully. This entire information, let's say this is a custom document in this PDF. In this PDF, where is it? In this PDF. Let's try to understand. Very, very. Let's say look into here. The input. This is the architecture you need to understand about the architecture, which is really, really important. This is real. This is the corpus. Can you summarize about the corpus? This is our input. So the prompt will reach out to the backend logic. It will search for the required information both in custom document as well as a vector database. So how many times it displayed corpus? 11 times. Do you agree with me? So what it does, it sends all the 11 times information to LLM. The LLM process, and what LLM specialty is, it summarize the information from the 11 times it is appeared. That summarized information will send the logical computation. Again, it will send to the response to the front end as an output. Understood? This is the architecture. If you know the architecture, you are well and good to build the LLM model. This is the standard end-to-end generative application. Even if it is a chat GPT, even if it is Gemini AI, even if it's a Claude, everyone are using the same thing. There is no difference at all. Understood? Any doubt about this? Anup, Bhavya? Can someone summarize it? Ankush, Akshay, Kalpana, can you summarize it? Jay Balan. Who will take a responsibility to summarize? Initiative voluntary? Can someone? Come on, come on. Hello? Are no one?
So basically, you'll
Please go
feed
ahead.
the input from front end.
Feed the input from the front
And
end. Okay, great.
yeah, then it will send the prompt to the backend
Uh-huh.
where the logic
Uh,
happens,
uh,
logical computation happens.
mm,
Then it will go to custom documents and the vector
mm,
database.
mm,
Then whatever the input we have given, so
mm,
it will search for in both custom documents and vector database parallelly.
mm,
And whatever the data it gets, I mean, like in custom document and vector database, whatever
mm.
the data it got matched from the input, it will send to LLM.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, after that the LLM, what LLM does is it will summarize the whole things. I mean, like as you said in the example, so, but in a different example, let's say how n number of things. So
Mm,
whatever the input you have given, so
mm,
how much times the repetition and iterations, it will give in a summarized way. Then it will kick back to backend logic. From then
mm.
you will get a response to front end.
Exactly. Very good. So now everyone are clear about this? Anyone want to try in different way? Come on. Anyone want to try, would like to try in different way? Hariharan, Saijita, at least you understood? Can you give thumbs up? Can you give some kind of thumb symbol? Okay. Vijay, go ahead, please. Okay, perfect. Now let's take an example. Let's take an example. Let's take one of the application, some of the built-in application. So data analyst, one of the chat GPT. So everyone get it. If you, even if you open the chat GPT at free of cost, you can get it here. So in the right hand, you can see the chat GPT. So left hand, once you open the chat GPT, you can log in. Once you log into this chat GPT, you can see the chat GPT or a data analyst. Just click on the data analyst. Automatically it display like this. So let me open one file, any file, guys. Let me open one file. Let me open one file. So let's say this is the air passenger data. So I've taken a simple small data set, I mean, for your understanding. So as a layman, your manager. So let's say you are working as a data scientist. Your manager asks you, hey, Mr. Sai, can you provide me a data quality? Or other name of quality is also called as a data sanity check. Or can you give me insights or a pattern, or can you generate a report? What is there in the given data? He have just given you 20 minutes of time. You are not well versed with the coding. You are not well versed with the data set. You are not well versed with industry. You are very new to this. What will you do? Sir, I don't know. Let me go out of this company. Will it going to happen, Bhavya? Are you okay for that? If someone asks you, can you create a report in quick 5 minutes? How do you create a report just by using module or your own some built-in LLMs? How do you create? Here, one of the examples what I am going to discuss is about the data analyst. So data analyst is one of the built-in LLM. It is specifically designed for data quality, data analysis, for data reporting. You can pass any data set automatically review. So let me explain you one of the example. So here we have, let's say, we have a data copy. Go to here, just attach the file, drop it. I just drop it. Are you okay? Are you comfortable, everyone? Are you comfortable, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Just
Yes.
I've written a message. Can you create patterns and reports by using attached data set? Simple. I send it. So analyzing, it take time. Maybe it will take 1 or 2 minutes of time. Let's see what it does. Do you have any idea how many rows in this given data set? Do you have any idea how many columns you have in the given data set? Do you know the meaning of each variable? It is just given that data set consists of weekly air passenger information. What is this? Weekly air passengers information. It consists of different columns. How many columns we have? Week number, passengers, promotional budget, and it is given. So week number, simple, number of passengers. The budget allocated for the promotion that week. Service reflecting the service quality. Holiday indicate that the week is a holiday week or no. Delayed cancel flight. Bad weather, right? So it is asking me, how would you like to proceed with analyzing data? For example, I can create a trends and summary reports. Yeah, simple. Can you create a simple? Can you create? See, hey, what happened? Yeah. Can you create trends and summary reports? So see, it generated some reports. Generally, the all the things which I've explained, which I was seeing here, it is all about the EDA or generally. So as a data analyst work which you are doing currently, which got which have been automated with the help of built-in. See, automate is giving the graph also. See, it is giving the graph with an explanation. With an explanation, see. With an explanation, see, promotional budget or number of passengers. Can you tell me what kind of relation does this have? What kind of relation does the promotional budget number of? By looking at this, we can clearly tell that as number of promotional budget increases, the relation between the promotional budget increases, number of passengers also increasing. Service quality score. As the week number increasing, higher the weeks, lesser the quality. Right? So you can see every 20, 60, 70, maybe in the higher week numbers, the quality score is very, very less. Right? Summary statistics, right? Would you like to explore? Would you like to explore all the weather condition later? Yes, you can ask. View analysis. See, this is the code also. How it has generated the code. It has given everything. Always show details. See, maybe we don't have the licensed version, so that could be the probable reason it is not showing the code. See, it is showing the summary statistics, everything it is showing. Copy code, you can copy the code. Wherever you want, you can paste it. See, these are results we have. Not only here, in the above case also, it is given the above first one. Here also specific columns view analysis. So this is the data I have taken. Import pandas. Maybe it is a Python code. I will explain about Python code. Okay, if I ask you, can you create patterns using SQL code? Simple. Let's say I'm asking it is SQL code. See, it is saying the minimum passengers, maximum passengers, pattern trends, right? Impact holiday, promotional budget, all these things. Service quality score. Can you create the same code? See, can you create patterns and trends? Let's say trends, already pattern trends using PySpark. Let's say I'm using, let's say PySpark. Let's see what it tells. Simple, right? Whatever the code you want, you can write it. That is the beauty of built-in libraries or built-in LLMs. Any questions, any doubt about this? Any questions, any doubt? I have explained same thing in PySpark, Python, everything. So going forward, you need no need to worry about whether I am belonging to non-coding or coding. By using ChatGPT or Gemini, you can use the code. But the question is, how do you analyze it? How do you interpret the result that ChatGPT does not tell you? Can you okay, let me ask you, let me ask the question. Can you interpret the trends, uh, results of outputs of outputs of Python results? Let's say, see what is, but do you think is it correct? Only basic information is giving. Basic, the average number of passengers per week is with the standard deviation of the suggest a significant variability in the passenger count. Minimum passenger is this, maximum this, indicating where it is promotional, but the same thing, service quality is same. So impact of C. So conclusion also it is giving. How much time it has taken to analyze it? Hardly 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes. Can you try your own? Okay, let me ask this question. Can you create? Let me show you one of the examples. Can you do it yourself? I'll give you one example. Can you try yourself? This is the data set I'll give you. This is the data set of banking company for defaulter. Show me 3 interesting insight I could probably show to the company as usual. Let's see. I've taken another example. Another example. I'm taking the bank market. Of course, material will be provided to you guys. This is the bank market data. So it is loading. So I'm writing the same story. Look into here. This is the data set for banking company for default because we just give an introduction about the data set and all. Show me top three interesting insight I could probably show to the company as a visual. If someone asks you as a manager and all, how will you do? See, let's understand it. We don't know what is there in the bank data set. Nothing. The data set information about the these are the key columns in the given data set. Just automatically given all the information. 3 patterns inside for the customer default behavior based on the account balance. We can analyze the correlation between the customer default status versus account balance. Loan holder and default risk. Analyze how presence of personal loan are. Let's see as a see get plus. So maybe it is not showing as a. Maybe I've reached the limit. Could be the probable reason. But once we reach there, I can activate the ChatGPT Plus to do that. Right. So this is what this is the code also it is giving. The same code I can use in the real world also. The same code I can use, but need to change it. But can you tell me what is the potential problem, guys? Now we understand how to do. What is the potential problem with this? What is the potential problem with this chat GPT and all? Can you tell me? So it has given some graphs like this, how it gives the graphs. So the data is in columns, default rate by job, balance distribution, impact loan and housing default rates. So how it is showing the graph and all default rate here, the visualization insights. This is how I can present to the client. So I got the response from the chat GPT. Now tell me, what are the drawbacks of this process? Any idea? Anyone think about it? Anyone can think about what are the drawbacks of this process? Come on. Kapali, Kalepalli, Venkat tell me, what is the drawback? Akshay?
Sometimes we cannot give the confidential data, like
Exactly. Please go ahead,
because it's
please.
a third party application. So most of the companies, the data like this will be very huge, and it is very much internal to the company itself. So if it gets leaked, then there will be very severe impact to the company.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So the reason is, let's assume that Venkat Krishna, in which bank do you have an account?
I
Bank
have
account.
Kotak Mahindra.
Okay, let's take an example of Kotak Mahindra, Venkat Krishna. Let's say Kotak would like to do an analysis of their customer balances. They want to get the top 5 insights. What they have done, let's say Kotak has 2 million customers information. Now they have upload all the information to ChatGPT. ChatGPT does give the results, required information or insight. But now, do you think all the information is available in the ChatGPT? Yes, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, right, everyone. Srinath, do you agree with me?
I mean, like the ChatGPT will only get the information whatever the Kotak Mahindra provided. That is only customer balance.
But What if by mistake I upload the customer ID, customer mobile number, customer account number also?
Then it will be legal complaints.
It will be legal complaints. And moreover, one more thing, they can get to know, right? On an average, how much balance they are maintaining and all the information. It is a privacy confidential information, right?
Yes, and once it gets uploaded in ChatGPT, anyone can access it, I guess.
Exactly. So that is the reason what companies are doing, whatever the automation done by the chat GPT, now they're asking us, why don't you create one LLM which can be used for us as like a chat GPT? Chat GPT as a public place, we can use it for public information. For private or confidential real world in real world, we cannot use built-in chat GPTs because of security concerns or privacy concerns. So to overcome this kind of issues, what companies are trying to do nowadays is that they're asking us to create our own or customized LLMs based on their requirement. For that purpose, we require to learn the Gemini Gen AI course. Understood? That is the real usage of Gen AI in the organization. Bhavya, clear? Bhavika Chaudhary, Hariharan Hemant, Jaybalan Kalpana, Kirti Jairam. Is it clear? Rituko Shivapi, Srinivas Ranganathan Suraj. Are you clear?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So let me explain you one more example. There is a one more called model building. So we just discussed about we want to build the machine learning model and all. There is a one more thing called hugging charts. So if you want to deploy the model, hugging chart is really, really useful in the real world. If you want to create the LLMs and all, hugging chart, majority of the time we're going to use the hugging chart. So let's understand about the hugging chart also. Let me open. Hugging chart, hugging face is for image recognitions and all. Hugging chart, I'm just using hugging chart. So this is the hugging chart. Let me show you where is it. Um, what happened? They've changed today. They've integrated with the llama. You can see the llama. Llama is the you can open. Have you ever seen the web? I mean, your WhatsApp. In the WhatsApp, you have different models. You have. Can you go to the models? Right. You can search the models also, machine learning model and all. You can search and all also. Right. Login. First, if you log in, let's say login. Let me log in. Hey, what happened? Sign up. Let's say models. Hey, which one I given? So let's say ML model. Why it is not taking? Should take ML model. Libraries. Even you can use for languages. Right, different tasks for the different purpose. We use this video to text, all this in document questioning answer. Right. I think we should log in. With the login only, it will works better. But somehow it is not allowing my login. Oh, I'm not sure what is the reason. Account I've used it. Hey, why it is not allow me to log in? So, but generally what happens? Somehow it has happened, not allowed me. I log in the morning also. So there is a once you log in that you can find the ML model picker. This is a one more thing as like as a data. They can chat. Suppose I want to, what is an appropriate model to solve the, I'm trying to predict customer is the default base. So it help which model is the, if you are not sure, you have given us some problem in the real world. If you are not sure what to solve, how to write, maybe you can ask here. You can build your own portfolios. Why it is new? For example, if I go to, why it is not? So basically for machine learning models and all, it will be really, really be helpful. There is almost different models we have, diffusion image, all these things. Majority of them in the real world, we use these things only. And also provide us the thousands of data set which can be used to train the models and all. Why it is not allowing? If I can able to login, I can show a lot many things to you. And lot of companies, as I said, lot of companies, Google, all these things, Meta, Microsoft Grammarly also for spelling corrections and all. Right? Writers, everyone are using the Hugging Face only. Almost they have seen the text generation interface. There are different tokens they have, all these things. I'm not sure it is not allowing me my mail ID. Otherwise, even I'm taking something, let's say OT data vision. Okay, let's say I given my company account. Let's see. I'm interested in optional user. Let's say Koti, write down your name. Full name is Shiva. I have acknowledged that. Create an account. The already user, maybe user Koti 9. See, create a new model, skip to feed. If you want to create the new models and all. So just I logged into this. See here, recent confirmation. Of course, I need to confirm the email also. Right? Search model, ML model, models. Right? Let's see. Because I have not confirmed that, because of that, it is showing the recent confirmation email. That is the reason most probably it is not allowing me to play. So very interesting. Majority of the people in the real world are using these things only, guys. This Hugging Face, very interesting. See, this is for text data. Majority of the text. There is a Hugging Face, Hugging chart also is there, right? Hugging chart also there. Maybe Hugging chart is also some Hugging chart also is there. Chat AI. This is also Hugging chat is also one more thing. Something we ask about. This is a problem. Let's say I ask a problem like, what is an appropriate model to solve the customer default problems? Okay, what is an appropriate model to use or to solve a problem? Let's say some example I'm giving, some problem where I'm trying to predict customer churn. Stop generating. See, automatically giving the model to the churn predictions. I need to log in. Actually, I'm not logged in. See, it is generating. What happened?
So it is alternative of ChatGPT.
Sorry?
It is alternative of ChatGPT.
ChatGPT we can use built-in one, but however, Hugging Face and all, where we can create own LLMs and all, Hugging Face, Hugging Chat would be much better because they have a lot of pre-built, pre-trained information is available. Right. Retry. See, it's saying, see, automatically it's giving some information, feature types, interpretability, everything it is giving. It's giving the process, data, what you need to do. Right. See. Predicting customers in the classical in the field of customer channel relationship management. Some of the appropriate models, logic regression, decision tree, random forest, right? Neural network, gradient boosting. The key consideration while choosing the model depends on the data size, feature types. Feature means variables, interpretability, imbalance data, additional techniques, data pre-processing, hyperparameter, model evolution. So this is how you need to do step by step. Let's say, can you tell me one problem where you would like to solve? Anyone? Any problem would like to solve? Akshay? Okay. Now, let me ask a question. Can you guess how many cars are there in Bangalore? How to predict? Let me ask a question. How to predict how many Krita? Krita. Krita spelling correct? See what is doing? You don't know what something you need to do. It is giving the information also what data you require for your analysis. So vehicle registration data, automotive industry, online marketplace, social media, online forums, what models you can build. So how model each model does work, other considerations are taking. I mean, these are the actual terms we are going to learn as part of our course. Like interpretability, how you does, overfitting, how you does, model assumption, how you do, data quality, how do you check the data quality, right? Right, how to build the linear regression model, how to check the time series analysis, right? Vehicle, how do you get that, how to process the data? All these things can be done with an Let's see what ChatGPT does for the same thing. ChatGPT, can you tell me? Can you tell me how many cars are there in Bangalore? So now tell me, it's just which one do you prefer now? You have seen the data of Hugging Face. You have seen the data of ChatGPT. Which one do you prefer now? Maybe you can ask the question. What question you have given here, ChatGPT? What question you have given in the right? Let's say I'll write paste the how to predict. Let's see ChatGPT what ChatGPT does here. Now tell me in terms of building the model, which one do you think is correct? Is Hugging Face or ChatGPT? Just want to compare that purpose. I just given this example. Or another thing is called Claude AI also. Claude.ai. I right how to predict how many Creta cars in Bangalore. I have written here. Can you tell me which one do you think is better answer has given? There are three different kind of LLMs. Which one you think is has a better result? Is it Hugging Face? Is it Claude? Is it ChatGPT? Come on, come on. Just for a better understanding point, I given an idea.
Hugging Face.
Hugging Face. So if you want, yeah, please, Firozuddin.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Because of it's showing with labels and all these things.
But even here also have the labels, right? Data sources, analytical technique, predict model, linear regression.
So when we
I,
make model, we need all information about what we are searching and what we are going for.
I mean, I cannot directly I cannot disagree with you also. I agree with you. See, majority of the time, what ChatGPT does, based on the existing data, tell what Hugging Face does, it also suggests what to do as a next step. I hope you understood the difference for both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That is what example. Now, but okay, this is what the how we have done. Examples of it. Why end to end? Why we need to build an end to end? Business stakeholders, as I said. So as I have taken the data analyst, so I want to understand the top 3 insights, top 4 insights where you want business is interested, right? They let me. If what if, let's say Sachin, Bhavika, Bhuvana. Let's say Akshay. Akshay, are you there? Just imagine you are representing, you are speaking to the CEO of the company, Akshay. And hey, Mr. Akshay, can you give me in your region, can you give me top 3 insights where business is facing our business is generating good profits? Can you tell me a top 3 regions, 3 patterns or 3 insights where business is making losses? What do you do? Okay, Mr. CEO, let me give me 5 minutes of time. I'll run the code. How does it look like, Akshay? Do you think is it good? Do you think is it good? Definitely no. Definitely no. So always the stakeholders are business people hate code focused apps and demos. Always they want some instant results which could be lucrative to them or attractive to them. Hence, we use end-to-end generative application. We just give an output rather than the display in the code. That is a one basic reason where we will create end-to-end. Building and it in a short term, it can be daunting, a lot of tasks. So, for example, let me tell you one story. Bhavika, are you there? Kalpana, are you there? Kalpana, Bhavika, anyone? Anyone working
Yes,
people?
yes.
Anyone working people in this group? Anyone working people in
Yes,
this
yes,
group? Yeah, who? Sachin. Srinivas Ranganathan. Okay, I spoke it to you.
yes.
Yeah, you want to present a demo to your client and you want to show us some demo. Yeah, he said that, hey, you got a one client, you met one client. He said that, can you show me a demo in just in another 1 hour? Where you don't have anything, nothing you have, just you have one laptop. Is it possible to do an end-to-end application within 5-10 minutes
Uh,
as a pre-sales?
I mean, like,
Nothing you
what
have.
you can do is, first thing I would do is, first you need to know what you have to give your input to ChatGPT or whatever LLM.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
First, the 50% of problem will be solved when you know what you want to present.
Uh-huh.
Then you'll feed whatever input you understand to the built-in LLM, whatever plugin phase or Cloud or whatever it is, and then this is when I don't know what is end-to-end generative AI application. To be frank, right now I don't have any idea about it. So as of now, I do that thing. You use ChatGPT or whatever it is, and
Mm-hmm.
prepare a basic presentation, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll manage with whatever inputs I have to satisfy the client.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what is some your manager ask you, can you create a summary of document, summary of POC sales and all in short time, maybe in another 1 minute or another 10 minutes? In that case, these applications would be really, really helpful. So our goal, how to create that, I'll show you that. Okay. Next thing, while we show that you how to build an end-to-end apps, POC combine the back end as well as the front end. Right. Showcase UI-based generative, it make it easy for business to okay. Let's say you create a front end, better front end. Then, but for example, you create a one front end which look attract to majority of the people, which can take care by the generative application. So front end, back end, LLM model, deployment, embedding the results, custom data document, server deploy. These are the, as I said, this is the graph, as I already explained about the architecture of this. So no code-based algorithms, as I said, only two platform, even Cloud AI also, but Cloud AI we cannot create our own application. Only two platform which can support us like no code-based generative apps such as Hugging Charts or Hugging Face and Chat GPT. These only two platforms will allow us to create no code focused apps, right? Front end is customization minimal, back end customization optional, right? Proof of concept as a proof of concept we will use. So even if you want to use a code based also, you want to create our own instead of depending on these things. LLM apps from Hugging Face and OpenAI allow us to use various models. Even you can also create code based model also, right? In code based model, front end is flexible, detailed. Back end can be done using the libraries like LMNX, LangChain, AI agents, more flexible and more control. Even customization can be possible. You cannot, it is not necessary to use for proof of concept. Once you have done the proof of concept, you want to build your own thing. Front end tools like JavaScript, React is nothing is required. Only two libraries, Python, you need Python, you need like LangChain. This is the one LangChain, Llama index. The Facebook is created this Llama index. L is silent, one L is silent. You don't need front end to create the front end tools like JavaScript, React. No, nothing is required. This long chain and Llama index. You want to control it. How to create one code based LLMS also. I will show you in the real world class. Any questions? Any doubt? So impact on like you can build ChatGPT single platform, right? Building apps. So in tomorrow, maybe in the next class, I will take one demo kind of thing again. There I can show you how to build the workflow, like create a sign in ChatGPT, make sure OPT you have, permission subscription you have, explore the left hand, I mean GPT, how to create, add buttons, behavior configuration, publish the app, access your app. I can show you as a demo part of this. Upgrade plus, right? Explore GPTs, right? Hit the create. Once you explore the GPT, you can see this create buttons, right? Then we'll take you to the new screen, which allow you to do that. your own GPTs. Like this is output create button, right? It will show you the model matcher, right? You can write your own name, whatever the name you want to give, and whatever the description you want to give, right? And then logo, if you want to give your own logo, right? How instruction should work, whether you want to stop, how many questions you need to answer, right? Adding additional data files, knowledge bases for this, right? I want to answer only 2 questions for each person. So instructions, you are just giving the instructions, right? What instructions you are giving, right? Confirm, right? ML model, right? This is what we do here. My GPT is like my plan, my GPT, navigating this. So access your app. So this is the how we perform step by step of this. I will show you practically in the class once we start this. Just I give an introduction. Monday onwards, let's start with the SQL first. Slow by slow, we will discuss about all these things. Let's start by one. Any questions in the meantime? Any doubts?